I must unfortunately tell you that just seconds before I went on, right now, I heard that Sara Beckstrom of West Virginia, one of the guardsmen that we're talking about, highly respected, young, magnificent person, started service in June of 2023, outstanding in every way. She's just passed away. She's no longer with us. She's looking down at us right now. Her parents are with her. It's just happened. She was savagely attacked. She's dead. She's not with us. Incredible person. Outstanding in every single way, in every department. That's horrible. As you know, the other young man is fighting for his life. He's in very bad shape. He's fighting for his life, and hopefully we'll get better news with respect to him. And the monster that did this is also in serious condition. But we won't even talk about him. As you may know, DHS has confirmed that the suspect is an Afghan national, flown here by the previous administration, who was such a bad administration. And I have a picture of a plane. This is what it looked like when they came in. It was total bedlam. Do you remember that period of time? Total bedlam. People crammed onto the plane. And the toughest, meanest, most capable physically got on the plane. Not the people that we were looking for or that they wanted to bring in. Here's a picture for you. Just take a look at that plane. Standing on top of each other and sitting on top of each other. This is what we had under the Biden administration. That whole thing should have never, ever happened. They should have left from a different base. They should have left from Bagram, as you know, and it would have been a much different story.
Welcome back to PulseCast USA. I'm Alina, and today we're diving into the story shaking America to its core. A tragedy, an outrage, and now a political earthquake about to reshape U.S. immigration forever. Because tonight, the president has made his move. A National Guard member, just 20 years old, is dead. Another young American is fighting for his life. And the suspect? A man who entered the U.S. this spring, granted asylum after supposedly working with a CIA-backed counter-terrorism unit in Afghanistan. Yeah, let that sink in. This episode is not calm, not soft. This is anger, confusion, heartbreak, and a reckoning. Let's get into it. Yesterday afternoon, broad daylight, just blocks from the White House, 2 West Virginia National Guard members were ambushed while on patrol. 20-year-old Sara Beckstrom, highly respected, bright, dedicated, just starting her service in June 2023, is gone. The president stepped to the mic, visibly shaken, and trust me, this moment stopped the country. Trump, clip style. Sara Beckstrom, a magnificent person, she's just passed away. She's looking down on us right now. And the second guardsman, Andrew Bolt, only 24, varsity baseball player, described by his friends as one of the nicest people on the planet, is in critical condition. The family is begging for prayers. America is hurting. This is personal. And then the details about the suspect started dropping, and everything exploded. The suspect, a 29-year-old Afghan national, came into the U.S. this year, granted asylum this year, settled with his wife and 5 children in Washington state. We were told he was vetted. We were told he worked with a CIA-backed counter-terrorism unit in Afghanistan. Yeah, let that sink in. This episode is not calm, not soft. This is anger, confusion, heartbreak, and a reckoning. Former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker didn't sugarcoat anything. He comes from an area impossible to vet. Records don't exist. We have no idea who he is. That is chilling. Let me be crystal clear. We brought in over 70,000 people in the Afghan resettlement rush. And some, not all, but some were ghosts. No records, no background, no monitoring. Yet they were handed free entry, free housing, free benefits, and walked into American neighborhoods as if everything was fine. Well, it wasn't fine. And now, a 20-year-old American is dead. This morning, the president announced what critics are calling the biggest immigration clampdown in modern U.S. history. Here's the highlight reel. Permanent pause on immigration from high-risk nations. Review of all asylum cases granted under President Biden. Review of all green cards issued in that period. And federal benefits for non-citizens. Terminate illegal admissions. Deport anyone not a net asset to the country. Denaturalize immigrants posing national security risks. This is aggressive. This is sweeping. This is going to break Washington in half. And Trump knows it. He did it in his first term. He's doing it again, louder. And honestly, after this week, after this death, millions of Americans are saying, good, enough is enough. Let's address the question haunting everyone. Could this have been prevented? Former FBI officials say yes. Absolutely yes. If it's predictable, it's preventable. So what were the signs? Where were the checks? Where was the monthly monitoring? The parole-style follow-up? The evaluation? The local reporting? This suspect had 5 kids, a stable home. He wasn't a loner in a basement raising red flags. He was in plain sight, and yet he was invisible. And now a young woman, barely old enough to drink, is dead. This is not just a failure. This is a systemic betrayal of the Americans who wear the uniform. Let's slow down for a moment. Because behind all the politics, the shouting, the chaos, there are 2 families shattered. Sara, 20 years old. Andrew, 24. Think about that. Kids who grew up believing in service. Kids who wanted to help people. Kids who raised their right hand for this country. Their parents right now are living a nightmare. It takes a special kind of American to join the National Guard, to protect strangers, to stand in the cold, to run toward danger in the capital of the United States. Sara and Andrew represent the best of us. And today, the country is mourning. This tragedy is not going away. This debate is not going away. This anger is not going away. And now, immigration policy is about to explode into the biggest political fight of 2025. Will these restrictions hold? Will they survive the courts? Will Congress support them? Will we learn the truth about how the suspect got in? One thing is clear. America is done pretending, done accepting broken systems, done gambling with national security. Sara's death may become the turning point, maybe the wake-up call, maybe the moment everything changes. Thank you for listening to PulseCast USA. I'm Alina, and I'll be following this story as it develops minute by minute. America is shaken, a family is grieving, and the immigration system is now facing its biggest reckoning. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and stay safe.